My beloved child, a truth that has been buried under layers of pride, arrogance, and power has begun to crack open. There is someone with status, influence, and authority, who once believed they could control the narrative of your life. They thought your silence meant weakness, your patience meant surrender, and your heart was something they could bend or break without consequence. But what they never understood is that every tear you shed built a storm, every betrayal they dealt awakened a divine force, and today, that force has turned back on them. They are now paying a price so immense, so spiritually heavy, that even they cannot comprehend how their own hands crafted their downfall. And this is only the beginning. Stay with me till the end, because what unfolds next will shake the foundation of everything you thought you knew. A new shift began the exact moment they broke your trust. The world may not have seen it, but the energy around them collapsed the instant they crossed the line with you. At first, they laughed, thinking your pain was small, your voice was soft, and your heart was too pure to ever fight back. But purity is not weakness, it is a mirror that exposes those who hide behind power. And now, that mirror is forcing them to confront every lie, every manipulation, every secret move they made in the shadows. What they destroyed in you is rebuilding itself stronger, what they lost because of you is echoing through their entire life like a haunting reminder they cannot erase. A contract is crumbling, a connection is severing, and the authority they once flaunted is slipping from their fingers like sand. They broke your faith, but in doing so, they shattered their own destiny. Another moment unfolds now, more intense than the last. Behind closed doors, this powerful person is pacing, restless, unable to breathe the way they once did. Their nights have become heavy, their days feel suffocating, and nothing, absolutely nothing, is going according to their plans anymore. They are watching opportunities disappear without warning, relationships fall apart without reason, and doors close at the exact second they reach for them. And deep inside, they know why. They know it started the moment they broke something sacred inside you. They underestimated the universe's way of balancing energy. They believed their influence protected them, but now they are realizing their connections cannot save them. Their reputation is shaking, their confidence is cracking, and the weight of their own actions is becoming unbearable. Listen carefully, because this next revelation is where the real twist begins. Someone around them, someone they trusted blindly, is revealing hidden truths, exposing their intentions, and leaking the very secrets they tried to bury. Their own circle has turned against them, not out of hatred but out of fear. They see the downfall happening. They feel the curse of their actions unfolding. They know that being connected to this person means being dragged into the same storm. This powerful figure is watching their empire collapse piece by piece, not because anyone attacked it, but because it was built on the foundation of breaking you. And the most shocking part? They never expected the universe to defend you so fiercely, so immediately, and so undeniably. Their downfall isn't loud, it's silent, humiliating, and unstoppable. Now pay attention, because the final part of this chapter reveals the deepest truth of all. The universe has shifted its protection toward you, and the price they are paying is only the opening chapter of what is coming next for them. This individual who once stood tall is now kneeling before consequences they never imagined. Their influence is fading. Their name is losing power. Their confidence is trembling. And the more they try to regain control, the more everything slips further away. Meanwhile, your energy is rising, quietly, steadily, powerfully. What they tried to break has become your greatest strength. What they tried to silence is becoming your new voice. And as this story continues, you will understand exactly why they are suffering, what they fear most, and how destiny is preparing something massive, life-changing, and completely unexpected for you. My beloved child, the moment this new chapter begins, something in the air tightens, like the universe itself is holding its breath. The powerful person who once shattered your trust is now standing in the center of a storm they created, but this time the storm is not bending to their command. Their voice, once loud and commanding, is trembling in rooms where they once ruled. Their steps, once confident, now echo with fear. And as they try to hide the cracks spreading through their world, more people than you realize are beginning to notice. They thought breaking you would strengthen their control, but instead it triggered a chain reaction that is spiraling far beyond their reach. And as this unfolds, stay with me, because every second reveals something they prayed would never be exposed. Something unexpected is happening behind their back. A person they deeply trusted, someone who knew their secrets, their strategies, their hidden motives, has begun to question their loyalty. That person has seen how their downfall started the exact moment they wounded you, and now they are quietly distancing themselves. They are observing, analyzing, connecting pieces, realizing that the one who seemed the strongest is actually the most unstable. This insider is witnessing the consequences unfold and knows that staying aligned with this powerful figure will lead them into the same destruction. And now, this insider is preparing to reveal truths you never expected anyone else to expose. As the tension grows, listen closely, because this is where the universe starts accelerating their karma at a speed they cannot outrun. Now, something even more intense is unfolding. People around this powerful figure are whispering, questioning, sensing a shift that feels almost supernatural. Deals they relied on are collapsing at the last minute. Plans they were certain about are failing without explanation. Leaders who once supported them are stepping back. The energy around them has become thick, heavy, and chaotic. And the most shocking part? Whenever your name enters their mind, the consequences worsen. The universe is not punishing them out of cruelty, it is correcting the imbalance they created when they attempted to break something pure inside you. They are realizing that their downfall is not caused by their enemies. It is caused by their own actions, their own words, their own betrayal of someone who carried innocent intentions. And the fear they feel now is something they cannot show, but it is consuming them from the inside out. Now stay with me, because the next revelation is where everything sharpens. This powerful person has begun to sense that something or someone is watching them, not physically, but energetically. They feel eyes on them when no one is there. They hear their name in conversations that suddenly go silent. They see signs that point back to you in ways that make their chest tighten. At night, their thoughts replay the moment they broke your trust, and it haunts them like a shadow they cannot escape. The universe is forcing them to face the full weight of what they did, and the more they resist, the heavier it becomes. Their intuition is screaming that something major is coming, a shift, an exposure, a collapse. And they know deep inside that it all connects to you. This realization is driving them into a panic they cannot hide, even from themselves. And now, as this part closes, let this truth sink deeply into your spirit. They are paying a price so enormous that even they cannot understand how quickly their world is unraveling. Their power is fading. Their reputation is thinning. Their control is slipping like water through broken fingers. The person who once believed they could break you without consequence is now facing consequences that multiply every moment your energy rises. And trust me, your rise has already begun. The universe is preparing you for a shift that will rewrite your path entirely. As their life tilts into chaos, yours is aligning with something extraordinary, something destined, something unstoppable. My beloved child, the moment this chapter opens, a deeper, darker truth begins to surface. One that the powerful person who broke your trust has been desperately trying to hide. Their world is trembling not just because of what they did, but because of what they feared would eventually come to light. And now, that fear is becoming reality. They can sense it every time they close their eyes. They feel it when their phone vibrates. They hear it in the sudden silence of conversations around them. They know something is slipping through the cracks, something they cannot control anymore. And that, something, is the truth they buried the day they tried to break you. Stay with me until the end, because this revelation is going to shift everything you thought you knew. A secret, heavy, dangerous, and deeply tied to their downfall, is starting to rise to the surface. This secret wasn't just about breaking your trust, it was about what they gained from it, what they took, what they manipulated behind the scenes, and who they deceived in the process. They didn't just underestimate your strength, they underestimated the universe's timing. And now, someone close to them, a person who has always known more than they should, has begun to speak. Not openly, not loudly, but slowly, carefully, strategically. They are dropping clues, leaking fragments, creating tiny fractures in the wall of lies this person built. And with each crack, the truth is getting ready to spill out. The powerful figure is terrified, because they can feel the consequences crawling closer with every passing hour. Now the atmosphere around them has become unbearable. Their sleep is shattered. Their intuition is screaming. Their hands shake when they check their messages. They are losing the ability to pretend everything is fine. They can no longer hide behind their influence, because the people who once supported them are growing suspicious. Their behavior is becoming erratic. Snapping at others, questioning their allies, double-checking everything they once handled with ease. They are spiraling quietly, afraid that any moment could be the moment someone exposes the truth they buried. The fear is so intense that they are starting to avoid mirrors, because even their own reflection feels like it's accusing them. And they know this is happening not because the world turned against them, but because they turned against you. Listen closely, because this is where the story tightens. There is someone observing all of this from the outside, someone who sees the collapse, who sees the guilt, who sees the invisible threads connecting every consequence to the moment they broke you. This observer is not speaking yet, but they are watching with sharp eyes and a sharper intuition. They know something is wrong. They know this person's downfall isn't random. And soon, this observer will become the turning point. They might step forward. They might intervene. They might reveal something that even you didn't know. And when they do, everything will shift in your favor with a speed that will shock everyone who doubted you. Because the universe doesn't forget the heart that was wronged. It simply waits for the perfect moment to strike. Now as this chapter closes, a deeper truth begins to rise inside you. You are stepping into a season where the universe is rewriting the script entirely. The powerful person who believed they could damage your spirit without consequence is watching their reality crumble piece by piece. What they did in silence is coming to light. What they attempted to hide is being dragged into exposure. And what they thought would bury you is becoming the exact force lifting you higher. Their power is fading fast, and yours is quietly awakening, expanding, strengthening. The tables are not just turning, they are flipping with divine force. My beloved child, as this next chapter begins, the universe pulls the curtain back even further, revealing a moment the powerful person who broke your trust prayed would never arrive. Their world is no longer just shaking, it is collapsing in real time. The energy around them has shifted so dramatically that even people who once admired them can sense something is off. Their confidence, once blinding and dominant, has turned into a trembling mask that barely holds together. And now, the truth they've been running from is preparing to erupt into the open. Stay with me, because this is the point where their downfall becomes visible not only to you, but to everyone around them. A voice they once relied on has finally changed its tone. Someone from their own inner circle, who has silently watched their decisions, their manipulations, and their lies, is no longer protecting them. This person has grown tired of covering their tracks, tired of defending their actions, tired of carrying the weight of secrets that were never theirs to hold. And now, that individual is preparing to reveal something major, something that will expose the exact moment things began to fall apart, the exact betrayal that triggered their destruction, the exact truth they hoped would stay hidden forever. Their fear is growing because they know this insider's loyalty is gone, and with it, all the shields they once depended on. Rumors are beginning to circulate in the spaces where this powerful person used to walk with absolute control. Whispers in hallways. Quick glances exchanged in meetings. Sudden silence when they enter a room. People who once looked at them with respect are now watching them with suspicion, with doubt, with a sense that something isn't adding up. This shift is subtle but devastating. Their influence is slipping through their fingers. Their name no longer commands trust. Their decisions are questioned. Their authority is challenged. And the more they try to regain control, the more obvious their desperation becomes. The universe is stripping away every illusion they once hid behind. Now stay close, because this is where the momentum accelerates. A document they hoped no one would ever see is resurfacing. A conversation they thought was forgotten is being replayed. A message they believed was deleted has been recovered. Evidence, real, undeniable, powerful evidence, is moving toward exposure. And the one thing connecting all of it, is you. Not because you wanted revenge, not because you fought back, but because the universe itself is revealing the truth. The balance they broke is restoring itself, and in the process, everything they did to you is coming to the surface. Their downfall is no longer quiet, it's becoming a storm that others can see, hear, and feel. And as we close this part, you must understand what's happening on your side of this shift. The universe is clearing your path while dismantling the one that harmed you. Your energy is rising as theirs collapses. Your clarity is strengthening as their confusion deepens. Your destiny is unfolding while theirs unravels. You are stepping into a chapter where everything broken inside you becomes a source of power, and everything they built on deception falls apart publicly. Their fear is growing because they know the exposure is coming. They can feel it. They can sense it. They can already see pieces of their world slipping away. My beloved child, as this chapter begins, the moment they feared the most has finally arrived, the moment where truth collides with their carefully crafted lies. The powerful person who once broke your trust is no longer fighting rumors, suspicions, or silent consequences. Now, they are facing something undeniable, unavoidable, and uncontainable. Their breath shortens. Their chest tightens. Their mind races with panic they can no longer hide. They feel exposed in ways they never imagined possible, because for the first time, the truth is standing directly in front of them, and it carries your energy. Stay with me until the very last line, because this is where the real shift begins. A confrontation is unfolding, not loud, not dramatic, but piercing. Someone they never expected to speak up has stepped forward. This person holds the information, the evidence, the receipts that connect every downfall back to the moment they wronged you. The powerful figure tries to deny it at first, tries to deflect the blame, tries to pretend it's just a misunderstanding. But their voice cracks. Their excuses fall flat. Their mask begins to crumble. The person confronting them sees through every layer of manipulation. They are no longer intimidated by their authority. Instead, they are driven by truth, truth that has finally gathered enough strength to stand firm. And the powerful individual realizes, this is the beginning of the exposure they feared. Their reaction is unlike anything you've seen before. The calm, controlled exterior they once displayed has shattered. They are pacing back and forth, hands shaking, mind unraveling. They keep replaying everything they did to you, trying to figure out where their downfall started, and it always leads back to the moment they broke your trust. Their intuition is screaming that nothing they do now will save them. Every attempt to regain control only pushes them deeper into chaos. Every word they speak reveals another crack in their foundation. For the first time, they feel what you felt. Uncertainty, vulnerability, fear. And now, they understand the gravity of what they did. Stay with me, because this is where the revelation deepens. People who once defended them are now stepping back, distancing themselves, choosing silence instead of support. They are watching the truth unfold, and they cannot deny what's happening anymore. The powerful person is losing allies faster than they can explain themselves. Their influence dissolves in real time. Their name, once spoken with respect, is now whispered with caution. They try to call in favors, but no one answers. They try to regain credibility, but doors are closing. They try to rebuild their image, but the universe will not allow it. Their downfall has become visible. Their fear is becoming public. Their karma is arriving with precision. And now comes the most important part of all, the shift happening within you. While their world collapses, yours is gaining strength you didn't even know you possessed. The universe is preparing you for elevation, alignment, and breakthroughs that were blocked for too long. Their betrayal was the trigger, but your rise is the outcome. The pain they caused became your awakening. The trust they broke became your transformation. And as this part concludes, understand this: their consequences are not ending, they are only beginning. The powerful person who believed they could break you without cost is now paying the highest price of their life. My beloved child, as this new chapter opens, the universe pulls everything into perfect alignment. This is the moment where destiny steps forward, not quietly, but with a force that cannot be ignored. The powerful person who once broke your trust is now standing at the edge of the very downfall they created. They can feel it in their bones, in their heartbeat, in every trembling breath. Nothing around them feels stable anymore. Their plans collapse before they can finish speaking. Their confidence evaporates the moment they walk into a room. The world that once bowed to them no longer recognizes their authority. And deep inside, they know exactly why. They know the universe has begun to rewrite their story, all because they attempted to break yours. Stay with me, because this is the turning point where everything flips. A new force has entered the situation, something they never accounted for, something more powerful than influence, money, status, or connections. This force is truth wrapped in divine timing. Suddenly, people who once feared them are not intimidated anymore. Eyes that once looked up to them now see through them. There is a shift in energy every time they speak, every time they try to explain themselves, every time they attempt to reclaim their control. The universe has stripped away the illusions they hid behind. Now, even their strongest weapon, silence, manipulation, reputation, has lost its power. Their words fall empty. Their presence feels heavy. Their excuses hold no weight. They are facing consequences that grow sharper every hour, and nothing they do can slow it down. Now stay with me, because the twist intensifies here. Someone who has always stood in the shadows is stepping into the light. This person has watched carefully, listened quietly, observed every detail without revealing their intentions. They have seen the lies, the manipulation, the betrayal. They know exactly how the powerful person used their influence to break you. And now, this silent observer is preparing to act. They are ready to speak the truth at the perfect moment, the moment when the powerful person is weakest, most exposed, and least able to defend themselves. This individual will become the key that unlocks the final collapse. The powerful figure senses this. They feel hunted by truth. They feel cornered by fate. They feel their world tightening around them with no escape left. And now comes the part the universe has been waiting for. Everything they took from you, your peace, your trust, your hope, your stability, is being restored in ways they never imagined. But the restoration is not subtle. It is loud. It is undeniable. It is transformative. You are stepping into opportunities they tried to block. You are moving into alignment they tried to interrupt. Your energy is rising so rapidly that even people who never paid attention to you before are starting to notice your glow. The more you rise, the faster they fall. The more clarity you gain, the deeper their confusion becomes. The more aligned your path becomes, the more twisted theirs grows. They are watching your transformation with a fear they cannot hide, because they know this is only the beginning of your rise, and only the beginning of their consequences. And as this part closes, Let this truth sink into your soul: the universe has not forgotten what they did, and it will not allow their actions to stand unbalanced. Their downfall will continue until every fragment of what they broke in you has been restored and elevated. Their power is gone. Their influence is fading. Their secrets are exposed. Their confidence is shattered. And while they try to hold on to whatever remains, the universe is preparing to lift you into a chapter so extraordinary that even you won't recognize your old life anymore. Stay with me.